We're with Danny Rowland, who is a coach with the Boca Raton PAL boxing team. And what's your experience been like in this so far?
Amazing. Working with kids is very rewarding. When I first started with this program, I started as a boxer myself, and later on graduated onto a trainer with our program. But it's very rewarding to see when your work actually pays off in the ring, and you're tutoring these kids and keeping them off the streets, and doing what you're supposed to be doing with them, which is making them champions.
And tell me specifically, maybe a little story about kids you've helped and how they have grown from, being in this sport for a few years and how it's affected them.
Well, off and on, I've been in the Boca Raton Police Athletic League. I owe most of the PAL success to a coach that unfortunately is a police officer and can't make it here, a guy named Joe Ohms, which is my tutor. Also, Steve Colazo, which coaches at PBSO, is also a tutor of mine. And but definitely, BT came to us. BT Newton came to us when he was about 8 years old, and we started working with him, and he's turned out to be a pretty decent boxer. He's a very very good athlete, and Alden Kodash. If I were to name name them all, we'd be here all day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have boxing out of the red corner, Antonio Vargas from PR Boxing. Boxing out of the blue corner is Antonio Williams from the Boca Raton PAL.
All right, we are back with more boxing action. Antonio Williams out of Boca PAL in the blue corner is taking on Antonio Vargas. And Alden, what do you think about this?
Both of these fighters have experience going to the National Silver Gloves earlier this year, and both probably have limited experience against each other, which will make for a good fight.
So far the action is very quick.
Both fighters have a lot of hand speed and very good form, as evident by the amount of experience they have. They must have over 50 fights each.
Yep, Williams out of Boca. He's 14 years old, and he's had 50 bouts to his credit. Right now, both boxers doing a good job defensively. And we've got a special guest here who we're going to introduce to you at the end of this round. But he is very interested in the outcome of this match. Good defense so far by Williams. He is picking off most or all of those punches.
He's really putting the earmuffs on and guarding against most of the shots, but at the same time, Vargas is getting off 3 to every 1 for Williams and outworking him. And if you throw so many punches, some are going to land, and that's really the case in this fight so far.
So your feeling is that Williams needs to get a little more aggressive?
Yeah, definitely. He needs to get out of his shell and start exchanging with Vargas, or Vargas is going to walk all over him.
All right, that's the end of the first round. And these are minute-and-a-half rounds for this particular age group. And right now we'd like to introduce someone, a special guest here. His name is Devon Williams, and we saw him earlier. And Devon, you did a nice job. You won your bout, and you're 3-0, huh? And what would you like to do in the future in boxing? Do you want to keep boxing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you think your brother's doing so far?
Good.
Okay. Well, here's the start of the second round. It's Antonio Williams from Boca PAL, older brother of Devon Williams, who's with us. And Alden Kodash is ringside with me. And we can see that the other Antonio is being very busy with his hands, like you said. And Williams now trying to open it up a little bit, trying to get in there. Both of these are experienced fighters, as we said. Williams has had 50 bouts already, at the age of 14.
And I'm sure Vargas has had around 50 fights also. And in this fight, both fighters, their form are very impressive compared to the rest of the fighters, and it's obvious that they've had a ton of experience behind them. But what's making the difference is the hand speed of Vargas and the ring activity. He's throwing 3 punches to 1 for Williams, and he's landing more punches because of that.
Right hand just missed there.
Now he
You'll give
switches
him-
into the southpaw stance to give Williams a new look and pounds away with the right.
And that's the end of the second round. These are 3-round matches, each round a minute and a half, and that time changes depending on the age of the competitor. When Devon boxed earlier, his were 1-minute rounds. Okay, so Alden, crunch time here for Mr. Williams, you think?
He's going to need to do something dramatic in the last round to catch up because he was outworked in the first 2 rounds, but
You can see a little exchange here.
here's Vargas going into the southpaw stance, trying to show Williams a new approach and setting something up. And
Connects
lands a
there.
Very solid left jab.
But Williams back with the left that landed as well.
Good exchange there. Now here comes the 3rd round.
Here we go, the all-important 3rd round. How do you think your brother's going to do, Devon?
I think good.
Okay.
Hard left hook, probably the most impactful shot of the night for Vargas. Williams backpedaled for once.
Oh, Williams with a good left there.
Yeah,
Williams is showing some very good defense, but like you said, he is the less active fighter.
and the thing about his defense is that it, for the most part, prevents him from punching back because he's so motivated to defend against punches that he's worrying less about offense than he should. I think he really needs to open up and worry less about defense if he wants to get back in this fight.
Solid right there.
And although Williams is built much more powerfully, Vargas's lanky, wiry frame is still providing for a lot of power and leverage, which is getting the respect of Williams.
Battling it out in the red corner, and that will do it. That will end the match.
It was a very impressive display for both guys. For being 14 years old, these guys fight like they're 17 and older in the open division.
They do show a lot of poise. And speaking of poise, our young Devon here showed a lot of poise in his match. So what do you think? Who's the winner?
I think the blue corner.
He's going to go with the blue corner. We may not agree with that, but we'll see what happens. And we have another replay of some action here.
Both guys trying to close the show in emphatic fashion. And
All boxers boxing tomorrow must win at 7 a.m.
Williams showing a sound defense, but as you can see there, Vargas was still able to get him with some shots around the guard. Left hook, right hand.
And that was it to end the bout. So we shall see. They are collecting the scorecards. Great to see our local PAL kids up and competing. And of course, it was nice to meet Rick Probert. the coach of both of these nice young men, and someone I know, Alden, that you know pretty well.
Yeah.
All right, we're congratulating both boxers. And here comes the decision.
All right, let's give it up for these guys. Our winner is going to be out of the red corner, Antonio Vargas.
All right, so in a match of two very, very good boxers, Vargas comes out ahead. Well, we're going to have more action from local boxers, so stay tuned. And we want to thank you, Devon, for joining us. Thank you so much. And good luck to you in the future. All right, thanks.